Shanti. Increase the practice of the bodiless stage. It is a game. You may think of and make plans for the service that you want, but do not do this while wondering what is going to happen, but do this while being bodiless and a detached observer. Think of something, make a plan for it, and then instantly make your stage plain. There is now a need for that stage. With your bodiless stage, you can very easily overcome all adverse situations, just as clouds come and go. Someone who is bodiless simply watches any game while being unshakable and immovable. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 25. Increase the practice of the bodiless stage. Ashariri and Videhi. Today's topic, it is a game. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Everyone happy, okay? Very stable, right? Unshakable, stable, and consistent. Yeah. I think with the practice of soul consciousness, understanding what is this drama is about, accepting whatever every scene or settling is happening, internally maintaining consistent awareness that I am a victorious one. Baba is with me. Today I was thinking that whenever Baba asks, how many of you would like to go with me? So everyone say, Baba, we want to go with you. But to go with Baba, you have to remain with Baba, right? You have to from now, every moment, follow Baba. Stay with Baba. Then only you will go. It's not that you are not with Baba. You are not following. And you just say, oh, I will go with Baba. How will you go with Baba if you are not with Baba? So constantly this whole feeling that if I am with Baba, I will go with Baba. Same as I am a victorious jewel. So no thoughts internally. Will it happen or not? But think in a positive way. Plan in such a way that is going to happen. But also one of the, Dadi talked about bondage of karmas, is when intellect is wandering, when mind is wandering, something is pulling you. And of course, we know it could be attachment, it could be settling of karmic accounts. But the example of Brahma Baba is, he was very loving, he was very cooperative, he was with everyone, but had no attachment. We are souls, we are brothers, we all are playing different parts in different relationships, only playing our part in relationships, but actually we are souls. And as souls, we are brothers. So that practice of soul consciousness and relationship of brotherhood will keep us definitely completely victorious, that is free from attachment. It's the attachment which pulls the mind and intellect. Attachment causes sorrow, it can make you wandering, your thoughts can be all around. but you can never be stable. So, understanding every scene of drama is like a game. Just play it, but remember, I am a victorious one. It's deeply within this also when you are becoming karmatit or you're becoming angelic. What happened 10 minutes before you just forget? Even someone reminds you, oh, you know this one did like that. Oh, really? Okay. But past is past. This practice of not being concerned about future and living on the past. Let me live at the present. At this moment is the best moment. And this is the moment I am a victorious one. So when you look at your present, Baba always said, make present as a present, means it's a gift for you. So take that benefit of the present moment. But there is always certainly something. I'm not going to do it because in the past it happened. But maybe it's over now. Maybe you are now angelic, so past is past. Let me see this time. Oh, it was really different. So holding the past and seeing the things at present is very deceiving. You understand? Hmm? Holding the past. What I said, what you did, okay, we are holding in our relationship everything from the past. But I want things to be better, right? So then at present, I'm still thinking of past. And why I'm thinking of past? Because I am not sure about future. What will happen? Will it work? Not work? Maybe I could have managed. Maybe I couldn't. Just imagine how confusing it could be. Concerns of future, holding past. What will be your present experience? No experience. So let go of the past. Let go of the future because future is not in your hands. And be at present. You will really feel so much victorious, powerful, loveful. You will be able to enjoy everything of confluence age. But check your thoughts, Sometimes I check our thoughts at the present. And that is why Baba, when he talks of angelic stage, that means no connection with anything of this earth. So just go deeper. Don't look at a person or a situation from the past. Because you are deceived. Past is gone, right? Things can change in a minute, in an hour. And we are still thinking of 3 years, 2 years, last month or last hour even. So as much you get that freedom from the bondage of the past, it's finished, right? And I'm still thinking as if it's happening. Same as future is there. But how do I know? So I just have trust. And at present then, I am in my best, not only state of mind, awareness, but also a lot of power. So this whole thing of within a thought of three aspects of time, let me be in the present. Not only being at present, seeing past as drama, future also is fixed in drama. So that is why I like three words which Baba uses, that when you have faith and you know that everything is destined, then you can be carefree. Nishchay, Nishchit, and Nishchint. That is the stage which is required. Our Brahma Baba had that stage. So he was smiling, cheerful, giving, and his face also showed that kind of freedom, detached, what Baba said. Because you cannot, whatever next moment is, it is fixed, it will happen. But at present, Baba said, whether stay in canopy of remembrance or awareness of being victorious, I am the bead of Baba's rosary, any awareness, powerful, will really give you very beautiful experiences of your own self and everything around you. You will be in intoxication, you will be happy, and of course, always be very victorious. Rosary of victory is remembered and worshipped. So think about all that, and really, when that is deep churning thinking happens, you will remain very busy, happy, very positive. No wasteful thoughts will come. That is why I like this homework very much, because like I'm still kind of, how do I see it as a game? How do I see it as a play? So keep deeper and deeper, and definitely you will be victorious because you will always have very, very pure and positive thoughts. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Greetings. Hello, dear Sister Wadi. How are you?
Tina, I'm very well. How about you?
Good, very good, and very happy to be here today.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah. So Om Shanti to Didi also, and Avyakti Parivar. It's always lovely to be here in the evenings with you all. And I was just, Sister Wadi, I was just thinking how Didi, when she speaks, it is so much connected with the, like not only what she's talking about, the Avyak signal, but also the Murlis of the times. And so when she's talking about this whole thing of being unshakable, being consistent, so and then yesterday's Murli Baba was saying that Brahma Baba did not miss the Murli class even on his last day. So much love for the Murli.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, Sister Wadi, these days when new students come and they are listening to Baba's Murli, and sometimes they say to me, I'm not getting much out of it, or I'm not really connecting to it. So how can we help these souls to develop that kind of love where, they really feel that I can't live without Murli?
I'm remembering a situation years ago where this couple had two dogs, and one was their pet they had for a long time, and the other one was a rescue dog that had only been used to breed pups to be sold, had spent its whole life in a cage. And so when they brought this dog home, the dog wouldn't come out of the cage, right? And it stayed in there because that was the only life it knew. But then gradually, and so the two things that I felt were important was the love that the dog was getting from its owners. But the other thing that was more important, or as important, was the other dog who, in its own natural way, was showing him how a dog is supposed to be. So I think these two things, that if they're showing up, then they are going to start feeling the love through Baba's Murli, and then seeing the other Brahmins as well and their behavior. In other words, that they are mirroring what it is that Baba's saying. That's what I observe in a way, that they like, sometimes they like the company first. They like being with the Brahmins, and then gradually, and then just seeing, sometimes miraculous things happening. And,
Mm-hmm.
the last two students, they're suddenly showing up for this bati at 5 o'clock in the morning, class
Yeah.
6, but they're showing up at 5 o'clock because they've been inspired by the
Mm-hmm.
other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, there are some like that, but like this whole thing of consistency, it's such an important aspect in our spiritual journey, I feel, you know. But I like this story of the dogs. It's interesting how sometimes there can be two, three things together we can do to
That's
bring them close to Murli.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
I
you're
think
suggesting.
company is a big one, I think.
Yes.
And
Uh-huh.
so that's why it's maybe sometimes, and I don't know what you find, like if people are just on Zoom, they're remote, they don't have access to company.
Mm.
Yeah, they have to work a little harder.
Yeah, yeah.
But something Baba was saying, I think it was yesterday about, and it was an interesting distinction about giving gyan not just to people who say this is good,
Mm-hmm.
but to give it to people who are going to become good.
Yeah, yeah, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and something similar was, I think, in this morning's Murli too, like
Yeah.
to know whom
Worthy.
to give gyan, who are worthy.
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
that's an aspect as well, I think.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that question actually. Can you explain like how do we determine who is worthy or not worthy? Like can we really do that, for any?
Um, ultimately, perhaps not, because when this came up yesterday in the class, somebody reminded me that when they first came,
Hmm.
that I said, "Oh, this one will never take gyan." Actually, I didn't use those words, but that was how they positioned it.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes there's been many times when you connect with someone
Mm.
and you just have a feeling about them. It may be instant,
Yeah.
even to the extent of where you're able to say to them, I think you belong to our clan.
Mm.
Even though they haven't really had any gyan or anything yet, but there has to be a memory. If
Yes.
you've been the instrument maybe for someone. So
Mm.
it's not that you're going to make a judgment on people, but as we're reminded too in the Christian sense, don't cast your pearls before swine. Know to whom you're speaking, kind of get a sense of what they're able to take, but don't let them go away empty-handed.
Hmm. Beautiful. Very nice. So, Sister Wari, I have one simple question and one tricky question. I'll ask you the simple
Oh,
one before. Baba said in the Murli, do not forget your childhood days. Would you like to share with us one of your best memories of your Brahmin childhood that you still remember or go to more often? Is there anything like that in
I
your
feel
childhood
I've
days?
I feel I've shared it so many times, Tina.
But maybe not in the Avyakti Parivar, right?
Yeah, even,
That's-
and it just has to again. This one I'm not sure if I shared the whole thing of, but when I first went to Madhaban, it was after 4 months in Gyan.
Mhm.
But I did not consider myself by any stretch of the imagination a Brahmin, right? I
Right.
went by myself, didn't go with a group, went to just check it out. Anyway, long story short, getting to meet Baba, and at that point for me, the idea that this was God or anything, no, it wasn't really part of my consciousness. And my plan was that if the Brahma Kumaris wasn't for me, then I would travel around the rest of India, which was my nature. And I went in front of Baba, and the first thing Baba said to me, remember, I went by myself, even though it was one of the first big groups that had gone. This was like end of 1976.
Hmm.
And I really was the independent one, the separate one, the one
Mhm.
everybody else was, to all intents and purposes, a BK. and going to meet Baba. And so when I came in front of Baba for the personal meeting, he said to me, have you made up your mind yet? That was the first thing Baba said to me. Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
And I said no. And Baba said, do you realize that this life is the highest?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yes, that I had realized, but maybe I'm not the highest. And then Baba said, as long as you're not married, you're the highest.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you see, and then Baba said, don't go wandering here and there or you will lose.
Wow.
And so my plan, I had my backpack, my jeans, everything else. I was going to go traveling in India, but I hadn't told anybody else this, but Baba knew. And then this aspect of as long as you're not married, he wasn't saying there was anything wrong with marriage, generally speaking, but it was very, very,
Specific to
very
you.
specific to me. And
Yeah.
it took me almost 30 years to realize why he said that to me. And I mean, there was bits in between, but the gist of it was that if this doesn't sound too fanciful, that in another lifetime, I had made a commitment to God that this lifetime would be for him.
Uh-huh. Beautiful. I don't think I've heard this way like that. I'm
There's
glad
other
I
little
asked this
bits to
question.
it, and other little bits to it, but that for another time. Yeah,
Okay, so here's then the next question
tricky one.
about the tricky one, the time one. The Baba is talking so much since 2 days, and yesterday also he touched upon this so much. And the whole thing of time being such a valuable treasure that we as Brahmins have. And sometimes, Sister Wadi, I'm torn between this whole idea of Baba says that time is your treasure. Treasure is given by Baba. So in a way, it's Baba's time. So if sometimes you give time for some things and you feel, oh, my time is wasted, Baba says, don't say it's my time. Yagya
Right.
used your time or service needed that time or whatever. Why I'm saying this is because sometimes there have been some experiences where we have seen that we call people, or I have been also been called to some place or some service initiative or project, and the person who is responsible is not there yet or has not shown up or has no plan, and you're waiting in 30 minutes and 45 minutes, and you feel that in that time you could have done something very productive, and you feel that not only your time is wasted but also your thoughts are wasted and your energy is wasted. So during that time, should I feel that, oh, but I gave my time to service, now it's Baba's duty to make it use in a worthwhile way? Or other way, sometimes the other mind thinks is that, but Baba says that everyone has to be very careful of their own karmic accounts. So with time also we have a karmic account. So this whole idea, how do you fathom this whole idea of how to use time, in a valuable way? Should I consider it to be my time or should I consider it to be Baba's time and Baba will make sure that it's used in a worthwhile way?
Well, one of the things, it was not a direct answer to your question, but I trust timing, and that generally speaking, time works in my favor. And so sometimes where you know that an answer isn't possible right now because something has to happen in time a little later, whether a person or a situation or whatever, that will then give you the correct response or solution. And that thing of where, as you say, you feel that your time is wasted. It's something that I pay attention to, is being on time, right? But, you can say, oh, yes, this is my speciality. I'm always on time. I'm never late. I'm always there a few minutes before. But I would suggest that it's really not your deep sanskar. It's that you're an effort maker in this department. Because what will really show that that you have that value for time or being on time is how you handle situations where other people are not on time.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Because you instantly go into a critical mode, complaining mode, you know, that you've been disrespected, all of these things. So even though you're saying that it's like about, you know, I could have been doing something, but it's again, like Didi was saying, about being in the present.
Right, right, right.
And this aspect, which comes up again and again, that arguing with something that has happened or hasn't happened in time is setting you up for some kind of a karmic retribution. And so this is the thing, is no matter what somebody else is doing, whether they have shown up, not shown up, again, the time is yours. And it's your choice, isn't it?
Right, right.
If you like, as to what to do with it. And it's so easy to justify, you know, the fact that you think it was wasted, but you could have made it useful. And if, you know what, and if there is that really sincere attitude, I think today's topic in terms of the 40-day bhati is about patience, right? And so if there is that kind of a patience, you know, with the situation, then it's just possible that something else might happen to the right of you or to the left of you that really required you to be there. But because I'm so busy complaining about that thing didn't happen, I cannot see an opportunity over here.
Right, right. I loved this answer. I loved what you said, that, you know, in that moment, if you're in the present, then you won't even feel that your time is wasted. Right? That's what you're saying, no? That you
Yeah,
won't feel that your time
no,
is wasted because you
no,
know how to use it. And I think that's what Baba was saying in the Murli today, you know, that you know that it is destiny and you will become quiet. There is nothing to complain then.
it's so nice.
So it's very, very beautiful. Thank you so much. You know, sometimes we kind of know, but we sometimes lose,
Yes,
you
that
know.
what we like, the whole game, it's about a game. And the whole game is about remembering and reminding each other. Isn't
Yeah,
that it? Isn't that
yes,
why
yes.
we're in each other's lives? Just to remind each other.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Sister Wadi. And there's this another question about Baba talking about donating wealth of knowledge. And in English, Murli, I feel the word is miser, which is very little bit simpler way of saying. But in Hindi, Murli, Baba has used the word manhoos, which is a very strong word, I feel. You know, in a way, it's like kind of like unfortunate, you know, or you are not at all good in that sense. You know, I don't want to see you also kind of like that. So one question is that what stops us from donating wealth of knowledge? Is it because I don't have? Because many Brahmins, you know, have knowledge. It's not that Baba says knowledge is easy to understand. So I feel perhaps all Brahmins have knowledge. So what is it that is stopping them from donating this wealth of knowledge? You know, or how can they do this more?
Perhaps one of the things, and it's easy for us because we look the part. You know, people expect it from us, and so it's acceptable. But I think there might be some hesitation in terms of your faith in all the different aspects. That, you know, that again, you're projecting your own hesitation in a sense, something you had difficulty with. Well, you know, how can I tell them this, you know, because this is what I think about it. And so maybe that's one of the things, just the hesitation would come from a little bit of a lack of faith, leaving aside where someone really is shy by nature. And again, where we want to be sure that we don't become the other extreme where we're preaching at people or dictating to people. We don't want to be seen in that light.
Yeah.
Like the other day, someone was telling me that they were giving gyan to someone, and a family member chastised them afterwards, like because they were in this gathering of, professional people. And they were saying, why were you giving them your BK knowledge? And the Brahmin said, I didn't go to them, they came to me. And that's the thing too, is that, whereas I say that one party is thinking that this is not right to share knowledge, but if people do come to you and just that you're open, and then what do you give? And like there's people here that they may not sit and give gyan on the guddy or whatever, but they never miss an opportunity with their blessings, whether they're in the hospital or it's the person who's working with them, for them. In any situation, the mail carrier, they're going to give them a blessing. And so that's also a form of giving gyan. It's not that they're supposed to give them the first lesson or the second lesson. Yeah.
Very nice yukti you shared, actually. I'm sure it will help many. Thank you for sharing that. And this is a question from a young Kumari, and she had asked me some time back, and I completely forgot, so I thought I'll ask you today. It was in the Murli of 17th September 2025, and Baba was saying about this whole thing that when the father's part will be over, then your part will also end. And so she was asking clarification of this because this was from the Sakar Murli. And if Brahma Baba's part is over, if Avik Babdada's part is over, would you say that father's part is still going on, or what is happening? Like, what did Baba mean? Because it was in the Sakar Murli. I think that's why she's feeling that she needs a little bit of clarification that when father's part will end, then your part will also end. So what does that mean? Could you clarify?
Well, if my part hasn't ended and your part hasn't ended, then turning it around the other way, it means Baba's part hasn't
Has
ended.
not ended.
And I had this experience some years ago. I think I was in Peace Village when I had it. It was almost like a dream. And it was in meditation. And it was when I was a kid. And I don't know how careful we have to be about time.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah. When I was a little kid, and I used to go to my grandfather's farm, and he looked just like Brahma Baba. And so at the end of the visit, he would walk me down the lane, and then I could only be 6, 7, 8. And then I would go on down the lane and get the bus. He would always give me some money, and then off I would go. And he would stand there watching me till I was out of sight. And that's the feeling with Brahma Baba, that it's like he's given us everything. And it was like he was standing rather than by the gate, but on the world, on the world itself, and that he'd given us everything. And he's saying, child, this next bit you have to do by yourself, but I am here. I am here. If when you need me, I am here.
Yes.
But so seeing it in that way, that it's, we don't have the Father in physical terms, but now just like you have to learn to walk by yourself. You have to, even though Baba is still there, and of course in subtle form, he hasn't gone anywhere.
Thank you. I'm sure she'll feel very good hearing this answer. Thank you, Sister Wadi. It was so lovely chatting with you. Thank
You
you,
too, T.
Parivar.
My pleasure. Om
And
Shanti, sis.
Om Shanti.
Bye-bye.
Bye.